Hi, St. Andrew's Baptist Church. My name is Courtney, and I am a full-time missionary with YWAM Sunshine Coast. And I just wanted to start this video by saying a huge thank you so much for your financial support and prayer support over the last several years. It's made a really big difference to our ministry here. Youth with a Mission is a global missions movement dedicated to equipping young people to reach the nations for God. Our goal is that every nation and every sphere of society would have a missionary in it. Here at YWAM Sunshine Coast, our purpose statement is to train and release transformational leaders to make their mark on the world. Every year, hundreds of young people come to our location to be trained and sent out into the nations as missionaries. We have several different schools for training young missionaries at our center. Each school has different goals, but all of them relate back to YWAM's core calling, which is to know God and make God known. The first is our 6-month course called the Discipleship Training School, or DTS for short. For the first 11 weeks, students receive lectures on various topics such as Father, Heart of God, Character and Nature of God, Hearing God's Voice, Bible Overview, Evangelism, Relationships, Spiritual Warfare, and many more. Every week, they practically apply what they're learning through outreach at local ministries. Following this, they go on outreach around the world for several months, applying YWAM's core principle of knowing God and making God known, now from a solid foundation of their lectures that they've had. Over the past few years, we have focused our outreach to 7 target nations. These are Japan, Fiji, Sri Lanka, Morocco, Uganda, India, and of course, Australia. And over the past few years, many thousands of people have heard the good news of Jesus and responded to accept him as their personal savior. Through this time as well, our students have been transformed as they have acted out their faith in a way that they would never have dreamed of doing before. Another ministry we have is the 9-month inductive Bible study course called the School of Biblical Studies, or SBS for short. During this 9-month period, our students read and study through the Bible 5 different times, and they also learn to teach, preach, and lead Bible studies with others. This ministry has been the one I've been primarily involved with over the last 6 years. After the 9-month study course, our students are given a choice to join an optional outreach to the Pacific Islands, where they will teach the Bible study methods they themselves have learned to islander populations. We've had great success with this outreach, and this year is our biggest class yet, with 30 of our 37 students signing up to go on Titus outreach. Our current Titus teams have reported that many pastors and leaders have been really encouraged to learn the new Bible study methods, and one student, while sharing his testimony, saw many come to faith in a prison ministry because of hearing his story of coming to Jesus. We have seen so much fruit from this ministry, whether that be in the lives of students as they study through the Bible for a whole 9 months and spend time with God and His Word, to the pioneering of new ministries across the nations, to the salvation and reigniting of the faith of locals in the Pacific Islands. We're so thankful to be able to run this ministry. We've seen so much fruit from the alumni of SBS as well, whether that be moving to an unreached nation to become a long-term missionary there, to starting a Bible study in their hometown, to starting a new YWAM center in a Pacific Island nation, to becoming a pastor at a local church. SBS has equipped our students for all of these outreaches. Because once again, one of YWAM's goals is to see missionaries in every sphere of society. There are also many other ministry opportunities at our base, whether that be leading local outreach ministries, to an introductory 3-month Bible course, to assisting in training and administration of all of our schools. My role over the last 6 years has shifted quite a bit. First, I was staff with the SBS and a teacher. Then I was trained to lead the school, and I led with my co-leader Josh for 2 years. After that point, Josh and I were trained to train other school leaders, and we did that last year, as we began stepping into other leadership roles around the base. My current role at the base is a little bit of a hybrid. I still teach and help with grading and coaching within the SBS. I also mentor younger leaders, especially school leaders and new staff, but the majority of my role these days is spent in the role of training coordinator. As training coordinator, I work behind the scenes with school leaders and staff to make sure we run quality programs, take good care of our students, communicate with integrity, and make any improvements to our programs that is needed. From this role, I can see even more how every member of the body is needed in a missions movement, and how we all need to communicate well and work together to make disciples of all nations. I just wanted to share one quick testimony from the last 6 years of missions. Because I've been in missions for a little while now, I've had the privilege of watching students learn and grow into leaders. One such student is Amy. She came and did her DTS here in 2022. In 2023, she came back and did her SBS. From there, in 2024, she staffed. And last year, in 2025, she was trained to be a school leader and did an amazing job leading the SBS. In the past few years, I have seen Amy grow so much as a Bible teacher, as a leader, and in wisdom as a discipler of others. She's discipled many staff and students, some of whom are older than herself, to become even more dedicated to following Jesus. And she's only 22 years old. Over the past year, she has gone on 2 different outreaches to assist in Bible translation projects. One in a closed nation in Central Asia. This has been one of the first times that YWAM has been able to partner with Bible translation, and we are looking forward to more partnership in the future. Amy is incredibly teachable, has such a heart for God, and one day feels called to move long-term to the Pacific Islands to start a ministry there. And this is a perfect example of the heart of YWAM, to raise and release young people into their missional calling from God. Amy is a great example of everything we do here at YWAM Sunshine Coast. I wanted to wind things down by sharing a few prayer requests from us. The first is for our SBS Titus outreach teams who will be coming home next week. They will be returning from Fiji, Samoa, and Zambia, where they have encouraged churches, taught the Bible, seen many salvations, and even been able to help out a Bible translation project. Please be praying that they do not grow weary and for health as they return home. Another prayer request is for our DTS outreach teams. They'll be leaving the country to head on outreach to our target nations in just a few weeks. Please be praying for open doors, safe travels, and great fruit, both in the lives of the locals and in the lives of our students. And please be praying that many of them would be called to long-term missions. Another huge prayer request is for visas. Over the last few years, the Australian government has been raising the price and delaying the acceptance of our staff and student visas. Right now, many staff are actually waiting right outside the country, unable to come in because their visas have not been granted. Please be praying for open doors in this situation, that their visas would be granted, and for breakthrough in general, as this has been greatly hindering our ability to bring in new staff and students to train and send out to the nations. Also, please be praying for my visa, which I applied for last year, which has still not been granted. And lastly, please pray for wisdom and growth for our administrative teams at our base. Over the last few years, we have grown to be about 60 staff and hundreds of students each year, but our core administrative team is only 5 or 6 people. As you can imagine, it's very hard for us not to be bogged down by all of the paperwork that comes with so many people. Please pray that God would call and that we would have the wisdom to ask the right people to join our team and support the mission work that we're doing here. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to share with you today. And thank you so much for your prayer and financial support over the last few years. It has meant the world to us and made what we do here possible. If you'd like to learn more about the ministry we do or join my monthly newsletter, please use this QR code here. Thank you so much, St. Andrew's Baptist Church.